Every person in life will face opposition. It may come in the form of people who try to discredit you, circumstances that challenge you, or obstacles that seem designed to stop your progress. But listen carefully. Your enemies are not destroyed by confrontation. They are destroyed by your elevation. You do not overcome by fighting them. You overcome by outgrowing them. The greatest revenge is not retaliation, it is transformation. The problem with most people is that they waste too much time engaging their enemies. They argue, they defend, they react. And what happens? They become distracted. They start fighting battles that do not contribute to their destiny. But hear me today. When you respond to every attack, you give your enemies power over your time, your emotions, and your energy. You cannot move forward while constantly looking backward. You cannot build your future while wrestling with people who are stuck in their past. When you grow beyond a problem, the problem no longer exists at your level. Think about a child playing in the sand, building castles and digging holes. That child might see another child come and destroy what they built. Now, if that child is also small-minded, they will cry, fight, and seek revenge. But what happens when that child matures? They stop playing in the sand. They realize they have the ability to build greater things elsewhere. The moment you decide to grow, the things that used to disturb you no longer have power over you. Many of you are praying for God to remove your enemies. But God does not always remove enemies. Sometimes He promotes you above them. He prepares a table before you in their presence. He does not take away the opposition. He makes the opposition witness your success. Because the best way to handle those who try to bring you down is to go so high that they can no longer reach you. Listen to me. You do not need to fight for respect. You need to become someone they cannot ignore. When you grow in wisdom, knowledge, and excellence, even those who despise you will have to acknowledge your influence. This is why Jesus never spent his time debating with his critics. He simply fulfilled his assignment. And today, we do not remember the names of his enemies, but we remember to stop him. Some of you have been wondering why people rise against you when you are trying to do something great. But opposition is proof that you are making progress. No one attacks what is not a threat. No one fights what is not valuable. If you have enemies, it means you are carrying something worth noticing. The question is, will you allow them to distract you, or will you allow them to push you higher? You must understand that the most powerful thing you can do is become better, wiser, and stronger. If people lie about you, live in such a way that the truth exposes them. If they try to hold you back, grow beyond their reach. If they hope for your downfall, rise so high that they are left wondering how you made it. This is why the greatest strategy against any enemy is not confrontation, it is personal transformation. A seed does not argue with the soil, it simply grows. And as it grows, everything that was once beneath it becomes its foundation. Do not fight to prove yourself. Let your results speak for you. Your success will silence every critic. Your excellence will close the mouths of those who doubt you. And your growth will make your enemies irrelevant. So today, I challenge you. Stop fighting. Stop arguing. Stop trying to convince people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Just grow, just rise, and let your success speak where words cannot. One of the greatest mistakes people make is allowing their enemies to dictate their actions. When someone attacks, they feel the need to respond. When someone insults, they feel the urge to defend themselves. When someone disrespects them, they feel the pressure to prove their worth. But hear me today. The moment you react, you lower yourself to their level. You shift your focus from purpose to petty battles. You stop running your race and start fighting unnecessary wars. And in the process, you lose time, energy, and direction. Not every battle is worth your attention. Some conflicts are designed to be distractions. Some arguments are meant to pull you away from your assignment. That is why wisdom teaches that not everything demands a response. You do not have to attend every fight you are invited to. You do not have to defend yourself against every false accusation. You do not have to prove yourself to people who have already decided not to understand you. The moment you engage, you give them power over your emotions. And the more you react, the more you reveal that they have control over you. Look at an eagle. When a crow attacks, it does not waste time fighting back. It does not turn around to engage in battle. Instead, it simply flies higher. It rises above the level where the crow can survive. It understands that the battle is unnecessary because the altitude alone will eliminate the enemy. In the same way, you must learn that some enemies are too small for your response. Some battles are beneath you, and the best way to defeat them is not to fight them, but to rise so high that they can no longer reach you. Reaction is proof of insecurity. People who are confident in their purpose do not waste time responding to negativity. They understand that their value is not determined by the opinions of others. This is why Jesus never defended himself against those who accused him. He remained silent in the face of false testimony. He refused to engage in pointless debates. And yet, his silence was more powerful than any argument. Because when you know who you are, you do not need to prove yourself. Many people fail in life not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they waste too much energy reacting to people who do not matter. Every time you stop to argue with someone who doubts you, you lose momentum. Every time you fight back against criticism, you delay your progress. Every time you let your emotions control your response, you weaken your focus. You cannot afford to be distracted. Your destiny is too important. Your purpose is too great. Your vision is too valuable. You must learn the power of restraint, the wisdom of silence, and the strength of self-control. There are people whose only mission is to get a reaction from you. They thrive on drama. They are fueled by conflict. They want to pull you into a battle that is not even worth fighting. But hear me, you do not need to answer them. You do not need to lower yourself to their level. Because the moment you stop reacting, you take away their power. You strip them of their influence. You silence them without even saying a word. Do not let petty people pull you into petty fights. A lion does not turn around to respond to the bark of a dog. A giant does not pause to argue with ants. And a person of purpose does not waste time fighting battles that do not lead to progress. When you truly understand who you are, you will stop explaining yourself to people who will never understand you. You will stop proving yourself to people who have already decided not to see your value. You will stop engaging in battles that only slow you down. So today I challenge you. Walk in wisdom. Move with focus. Keep your eyes on your purpose. Do not react. Do not engage. Do not be distracted, because the greatest way to defeat an enemy is to make them irrelevant. One of the most powerful truths in life is that you do not have to fight to win, you just have to succeed. The greatest revenge is not in arguments, not in retaliation, not in proving yourself right. It is in rising above every limitation, every attack, and every obstacle, until those who once opposed you have no choice but to witness your success. When you truly understand this, you will stop wasting time on battles that do not matter. You will stop trying to convince those who doubt you. You will stop defending yourself against those who misunderstand you, because success speaks louder than words. Many people spend their lives reacting to negativity. They want to answer every critic, respond to every insult, and fight back against every injustice. But listen to me. When you spend all your time fighting, you lose time for building. You cannot move forward if you are constantly looking back. You cannot rise if you are always caught in battles that drain your energy. But when you focus on your growth, your progress becomes the loudest response. Think about Joseph. His own brothers betrayed him, threw him into a pit, and sold him into slavery. He had every reason to fight back, to seek revenge, to prove himself to those who had hurt him. But instead of wasting time in anger, he focused on becoming the best version of himself. He remained faithful in every situation, developed his skills, and walked in wisdom. And in the end, his success made his enemies irrelevant. The very people who tried to destroy him had to bow before him. Why? Because he let his purpose be his focus, and his success became his revenge. When you argue with your enemies, you give them power. When you fight back, you give them attention. But when you rise, you take control. Nothing frustrates an enemy more than seeing you win despite their efforts to stop you. Nothing silences a critic more than undeniable results. You do not need to seek revenge. Your success will settle every argument. This is why you must learn to stay silent. Keep working when people doubt you. Keep building when people try to tear you down. Because every great person in history was once underestimated. Every champion was once counted out. Every leader was once rejected. But they did not waste time trying to prove themselves with words. They let their impact speak for them. Some of you have been hurt by people who tried to limit you. Maybe they said you would never succeed. Maybe they betrayed your trust. Maybe they mocked your dreams. And now you feel the need to prove them wrong. But hear me today. Your goal is not to prove people wrong. Your goal is to prove God right. He placed purpose inside of you. He gave you gifts, vision, and potential. And when you walk in that purpose, success is inevitable. Do not waste another moment worrying about what people think of you. Do not lose another night of sleep over those who try to stop you. Do not waste another drop of energy fighting unnecessary battles, because your future is too important to be delayed by small-minded people. Instead, use every attack as motivation. Use every insult as fuel to push you higher. Use every opposition as proof that you're carrying something valuable. A tree does not argue with those who doubt its growth. It simply continues to grow until its fruit becomes undeniable. Likewise, you do not need to explain yourself to those who refuse to see your value. You do not need to fight battles that will not add to your destiny. Just grow. Just rise. Just keep moving forward. And when you finally arrive at your place of success, those who once doubted you will have no choice but to see what God has done in your life. So today I challenge you, stop fighting, stop explaining, stop reacting, let your success be your answer. Because when you rise, every enemy becomes irrelevant. There are battles in life that you were never meant to fight. There are struggles you were never meant to engage in. There are enemies you were never meant to respond to. Because the truth is, some victories do not come by fighting. They come by standing still and letting God fight for you. The greatest mistake many people make is thinking that every battle requires their effort. They think that proving their worth, defending their name, and responding to every attack will give them victory. But listen carefully. Your strength is not in fighting. Your strength is in knowing when to be still and trust the one who defends you. The Bible says, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. That means victory does not always come through struggle. It comes through trust. It comes through knowing that God is your defender, your shield, and your protector. It comes through understanding that He prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies, not in their absence, not after they are gone, but right in front of them. That means God does not always remove your enemies. Sometimes He blesses you while they watch. Sometimes He lets them see you rise. Sometimes He allows them to witness the very success they try to stop. Many of you are wasting your energy fighting battles that were never yours to fight. You are defending yourself against false accusations. You are arguing with people who will never understand you. You are trying to fix things that only God can handle. But hear me today. The moment you stop trying to control everything and start trusting God, He will show you that He can do more for you than you could ever do for yourself. He will silence voices that try to discredit you. He will remove obstacles that you never saw coming. He will elevate you in ways that no amount of effort could achieve. Think about David. When he stood before Goliath, he understood something powerful. The battle was not his, it was the Lord's. That is why he did not need to wear Saul's armor. He did not need to fight with traditional weapons. He knew that victory did not come from human strength, but from divine power. And because he trusted in God, one small stone was enough to bring down a giant. Some of you are carrying unnecessary weight because you are trying to fight in your own strength. But God is saying to you today, put down your weapons, step back, and let me handle it. There is a difference between fighting and standing. When you fight, you use your energy. When you stand, you use your faith. When you fight, you react to everything around you. When you stand, you trust that God is working even when you cannot see it. Some people will try to drag you into battles that do not belong to you. They will try to provoke you, insult you, and make you feel like you must defend yourself. But wisdom says, do not waste your strength on unnecessary battles. Save your energy for your purpose. Not every attack needs your response. Not every critic needs your attention. Not every obstacle needs your effort. Sometimes your greatest weapon is silence. Your greatest strength is patience. Your greatest strategy is knowing when to step aside and let God do what only He can do. Because when you fight in your own strength, you may win small battles, but when God fights for you, He wins the war. Some of you have been struggling with people who have wronged you. Maybe they betrayed you, lied about you, or tried to destroy your reputation. And everything inside of you wants to fight back. But hear me, you do not need to fight for justice when you serve a God who is just. You do not need to seek revenge when you serve a God who repays. You do not need to defend yourself when you serve a God who vindicates. The best thing you can do is stand still, stay focused, and watch how God turns your situation around. You may not see it now, but God is working behind the scenes. He is aligning things in your favor. He is shifting things in the spiritual realm. He is positioning you for something greater than you can imagine. And when the time is right, He will show you that your enemies were never in control. He was. He will prepare a table for you while they watch. He will bless you in ways they never expected. And in the end, it will not be your strength, your arguments, or your fight that brings victory. It will be God's hand over your life. So today I challenge you, stop fighting, stop reacting, stop trying to handle things in your own strength. Stand still, trust God, and let Him fight for you. Because when He defends you, no enemy can stand against you. One of the greatest challenges in life is learning how to protect your focus. Distractions come in many forms. People, circumstances, criticism, and even your own emotions. But listen carefully. Your destiny is too important to be delayed by unnecessary battles. Your purpose is too great to be sidetracked by things that do not add value to your life. If you are going to fulfill your assignment, you must learn to ignore what is not aligned with your purpose. The reason many people fail is not because they lack talent or opportunity. It is because they waste too much time on things that do not matter. They spend their energy responding to critics. They waste their emotions reacting to negativity. They allow small battles to pull them away from the greater mission. But hear me today. You cannot afford to be distracted. The moment you turn your attention to things that do not align with your purpose, you slow down your own progress. You were not called to fight every battle. You were called to win the war of destiny. Look at Nehemiah. He was building the wall, fulfilling his assignment and making progress. But his enemies, Sanballat and Tobiah, tried to stop him. They sent messages, they spread lies, and they tried to distract him. But what did Nehemiah do? He refused to come down. He said, I I'm doing a great work, and I cannot come down. That is the mindset of a person who understands their purpose. When you know what you are building, you do not stop to argue with people who have no vision. When you know where you are going, you do not get caught up in distractions that do not move you forward. Some of you are frustrated because you have been giving attention to things that do not deserve your time. You have been engaging in arguments that do not build you. You have been reacting to negativity instead of focusing on growth. But listen to me. Your energy is too valuable to be wasted on what does not produce results. Every time you stop to respond to negativity, you lose momentum. Every time you engage with distractions, you delay your own progress. You must learn to guard your focus, protect your peace, and stay committed to your vision. The enemy does not have to destroy you, he just has to distract you. Because when you are distracted, you become ineffective. When you are distracted, you start wasting time on things that do not push you forward. When you are distracted, you stop moving in the direction of your purpose. That is why you must learn how to say no to what does not align with your destiny. Say no to meaningless debates. Say no to unnecessary conflicts. Say no to people who try to pull you into battles that do not concern you. Because every minute spent on distraction is a minute stolen from your destiny. Even Jesus understood the power of focus. When the Pharisees tried to trap him with their questions, he did not waste time debating with them. When people misunderstood him, he did not spend energy trying to explain himself. Why? Because he was too focused on his mission. He knew that he had an assignment to fulfill, and he refused to be pulled into anything that did not contribute to that assignment. Some of you need to learn this lesson. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every comment needs a response. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every enemy is worth engaging. Stay focused on your purpose and let your success be your response. Many of you have dreams, goals, and visions, but
unfortunately, we're going to stop here for today because this is almost 50 minutes long. So, to be continued tomorrow morning. And hopefully we're learning, because I know for myself, sometimes it's hard to not clap back, especially when, people and it's typically the ones that are close to you that will do the things that hurt you so badly that you feel you need to fight back and defend yourself. So it's always room for growth. So any feedback before we move on this morning? Oh, there's a message in the chat. Let's see what's in the chat. Oh, M7 Sisters, hallelujah. Yes, yes. Help us, Lord, to be delivered from people. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So do we have any feedback this morning before we go forward? If not?
Yes, Miss Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Another of Dr. Monroe's powerful motivational speech. You have seen so much value in Dr. Monroe. No wonder you keep on featuring him. He was talented, gifted, was the epitome of knowledge and wisdom. This was a man who we all should want to emulate. I agree with him that we should not be in confrontation with anyone, because that is just wasting of our precious time. His speech solidifies what Michelle Obama says. When they go low, we go high. And two, let us be reminded how God fought the battle for Joshua and others. In the same way, he will fight for us. We know who we are. Therefore, let us not go down to our enemy's level. Let us hold on to our pride and our dignity. Allow people to fight themselves when they do not respond. When we do not respond, of course, they will stop the fighting. In the end, we will be the victors. No one can stand in the way of our success. The eagle, oh my, I just admire that bird. He doesn't fight with crows. Instead, he elevates himself by soaring higher and higher. In so doing, he defeated his enemies. Miles has given so many strategies that we can utilize to take us to our pursuits. What an amazing conclusion. Let's not fight our battles. Instead, let us allow God to fight them for us. And of course, if we follow in his footsteps, then we would have achieved. That's my input, Miss.
Thank you, Ms. Sylvia.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Nolan.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Go ahead, Maria. And then Gary.
Well, amen. I absolutely agree with what was just spoken. And it is amazing how good God is, because everything Dr. Monroe left us was prophetic for what we would need. I know just hearing this word today ministered to me right where I've been in the last several months in an area of my life, and just how to deal with specific issues. How wonderful it is that we had Dr. Monroe, and we still have him, and that what God released to him all those many years ago is still speaking to us. I know it's speaking to me right now, right where I need to be. And it's keeping me from becoming stuck and just showing it out, outlining how the enemy works to hinder us and to limit us. Because at this time and season that we, the church, are in right now, we cannot afford to have any limitation anywhere in our lives. And so the detail with which he ministered to the word today, and every time I listen to him, is so time appropriate. And if we not only just hear his word, but do what he's telling us to do, we are unstoppable. So I thank God for his provision that he gave us, and how that Dr. Monroe, even though everything he said really is in the scripture, but he is able to articulate the rhema, the hidden treasures in the word that sometimes you don't see in the scripture. But God opened his spiritual eyes for us so that we would be able to really hear what the Lord is saying to us during this time, because we have entered into a golden age. Well, even though Dr. Monroe has left us, he's like Moses that brought us, but he left, but the pathway for us, he laid it bare. He laid it bare, because for many of us, we could not really see the forest for the trees, because let's just say it, sometimes scripture is not necessarily that easy to interpret, but how that it has been laid bare and made clear for us to use in our everyday life today, that is giving us the road in the wilderness and the river in the desert for us to be able to conquer. So I love it, and I thank you, Novelette, for continuing with Dr. Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maria. Gary, one moment. iPhone 12 said, yes, I'm one of those who have been fighting back all my life to prove what was my right. But today I got the greatest lesson of my life. Thank you for this powerful, rewarding lesson. So, yeah. So go ahead, Gary.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Novlet. I am so thankful. I thank you so much for what you're doing. I cannot miss Momentum Morning because every day I come, I find something to help me to become a new person. Um, this is very deep. The speech, I like it. I know sometimes you want to become a new person, a person better, but the enemy try to put you down. To Now I learn to do not let the enemy put me down. Thank you so very much. And I learned that the best way to treat your enemy, to revenge, is to treat your enemy with love. Thank you, and work on you every single day, every single minute to become a better person. That's why how you can defeat your enemy. Thank you so very much. One again, thank you very much, Miss Novette, Mr. CJ, Mr. Nick. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Since we have no other hands raised this morning, CJ, the story of the tragedy and the premature end of the life of a true devoted, faithful servant of God. Yes, I believe this
think
was cut short.
I think I'd like to just say a few words, Navlet,
Sure, go
to the
ahead.
family, because it occurs to me that not only should we be aware and to be careful of our personal battles and how we approach those situations, but the story of this king. And I've posted the story in the chat, family, for us all to play. Just click on the link. It's a very moving story. In fact, one of the greatest tragedies I stumbled across in the Bible. Here's the king who, from age 8, he was anointed king, great guy, and led his people, took them away from idolatry and all kind of uh, untoward lifestyle. At 18, he was on his way, one of the best kings of Israel. And alas, someone came along, a friend of his, invited him to help him, that friend, to fight a battle. And still young, still vibrant, still ambitious, still growing, his people loved him. He decided all of himself to go help this fellow king to fight the battle. And the tragedy is, Navlet and family, is since we're still talking about our battles and the battles of life, the tragedy is, the great tragedy is, this king that was on a blistering trajectory, his whole life ahead of him, he got involved in fighting a battle that he had no business getting involved in. And this is the message I really want to drive home for all of us, including myself this morning. Please be very careful as to how you get involved in battles that you might not have no business being involved in it. So he got involved in the battle, and he died.
Yes, he did.
And it changed the whole trajectory of the people of Israel, and he died a premature death. Yes, we can die premature death. And it's a sad story. I invite everyone to either read it or to play the video. It's right there in the chat. So Miles, he unearthed some real deep truths this morning. And additionally, here we are. So that is not even your battle that you need to be mindful of. There are those battles that we don't need to get involved in. Be careful. Be very careful. And Miles spoke about stones again. We keep going back to stones. A day or two ago, I spoke about a lot of us are carrying stones in our backpack, unnecessary stones that we need to throw away, discard. And we have the emergence of stones again, you know, in David's arsenal. Let us take with us good stones, not stones that will burden us down. All right, now that's all for me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Okay, I don't see any other hand raised, so we will proceed today. So I guess, do you still want to do the motto now, or you want to do it at the end, CJ?
Yeah, we can do it at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I have a very short video that Justin posted. I don't know how many individuals saw it in the Momentum Morning group chat on WhatsApp, but when I saw that, I said, oh no, I definitely have to play that this morning, because, you know, I'm always talking about what are we buying? What are we spending our money on? And this is not the first time this company has been in this spot. And a lot of us buy their products, and we buy for our innocent babies, and we're lathering up their skin with it. And let me go to it. So when I saw it this morning, I said, oh, most definitely. So are you all seeing my screen? So this is about Johnson & Johnson. So let's go play.
Johnson & Johnson lost another lawsuit related to its signature baby powder. On Thursday, a jury in St. Louis ordered the company to pay almost $4.7 billion in damages to more than 20 women who alleged asbestos in the company's talc-based products contributed to their ovarian cancer. According to Bloomberg, it's the 6th largest product defect verdict in U.S. history. Multiple outlets reported Johnson & Johnson is facing a total of some 9,000 claims that their powders cause cancer. The company, which maintains that its products are safe to use, called the trial fundamentally unfair and said it plans to appeal the decision. It successfully overturned a number of similar cases in the past.
Oh, okay. Well, let me close out YouTube here so it does not continue to play. Oh, what did I close? Oh. Okay, so let me stop sharing. So this is not the first time Johnson, oh, let me exit from my phone. I just post the video, guys, that I played this morning in the chat. So let me log off my phone so there's no echoing. Okay. So let's talk about this Johnson & Johnson. It's not the first time they've been sued, and I don't believe it's the second time. This has been going on for years with that baby powder. I remember the last time there were adults that were affected because this one lady said she's been using that Johnson baby powder for her whole entire life because she loved the smell and she thought it was healthy. These articles are out there, but the thing is, they're popping up more and more products. Every time you turn around, there are more products that are causing cancer, ovarian cancer, you name it. And I don't think the consumers are paying attention to these articles, because when I go in the store, I see people picking up these same products that's all over the news. You look in the shopping cart, because I'm very observant. I'm always paying attention, and I'm looking the shopping carts and I'm like, oh my gosh, people are still buying these products. Perfect example, Naked, that drink that supposedly quoted healthy juice that's in the grocery store. People are still buying it at an alarming rate. And don't get me wrong, I used to buy it because I thought it was healthy, but they were also sued. I think it might have been 9 million or whatever, because I think they found formaldehyde or something in there. They never asked them to remove it from the shelves, but they were sued. But nowhere in that article that I read back then did they ask them to remove it. So it's still in the grocery store. So we have to be very mindful of what we are spending our money on, because a lot of the products that's in the grocery store on the shelves, the government has sued them and they pay out, but they're not asking them to remove the products. Now, hopefully, with what JFK is going to be doing, hopefully we will see the results. We will see the changes as time progresses, but as of now, it's just getting worse and worse every single time. So guys, all I'm gonna say is just go back to the olden days of using the old time products. Well, Johnson & Johnson's been around. When it comes to the food, make your own juice, do the best you can. And then I say the rest is in God's hands. So, I don't know if anyone wanted to comment on that video. Any feedback here?
Did they say asbestos?
I'm sorry?
Was it asbestos? That's in
Oh,
it? I
I
thought
think so. I believe so.
we know that's cancer causing.
Mm-hmm.
How could they have allowed that?
Do we really think it was an accident?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think so. I think people try to take shortcuts.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
know what they're putting in.
Mhm.
The thing is, they know. And they've been getting away with these things for years, until maybe someone decide to test the products, or years go by and then people start getting sick. And, you know, this one person reported, then number 2, number 3, and as the numbers become too much, they have no choice but to do something. And a lot of times they cover these things up. They try to cover them up for as long as they can. These companies, they know what's going on. It's just like with pet food, where these animals are dying from the same medicine that they use to euthanize animals is showing up in the dog food. So, you know, we just have to be careful. Go ahead. You have your hand raised? You're unmuted. Go ahead. M7?
Yes, hi. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Navalette, Mr.
Mhm.
CJ. You are absolutely correct as far as Johnson & Johnson is concerned. And unfortunately, Johnson & Johnson is not the only company, pharmaceutical company that gets sued, but then the products remain on the shelves. As I shared before, my line of business is Medicare. And I have seen Medicare is a program, of course, where you're dealing with senior citizens. And I have seen plenty to where these pharmaceutical companies actually say when their agents say to them, listen, this drug, I can mention the drugs, but I'm not going to do that. When they say to them, these drugs are actually harmful, they're killing people, we're going to get sued. one testified in court that the CEO of this particular pharmaceutical said, "What do we care? They are going to sue us. We'll pay them $50 million or whatever the lawsuit will recommend that we pay them, but we are making $50 billion. And the very same drug that maybe somebody sued them about is still being out there sold to the public. So yeah, they don't care. It's all about money. So yes, Novelet, you are absolutely correct. We need to pay attention. We need to educate ourselves as to what we are being sold out there. If they poison the food, what about the drugs that they are making? Again, I'm just going to use my age. I'm 73 years old, or 72. 72, I'll be 73 this year. I'm on no medications. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Okay? It is because, listen, God has given all of us wisdom, so we really do have to utilize it. I'm not going to say it was by accident. It is the grace of God, but I've done some work to maintain that as well. We have to be careful about what we eat. If you cannot pronounce an ingredient in the food, don't buy it. That's it. Anyway, thank you. I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. So, when it comes to that baby, go ahead, Jean. Jean Claude,
Good morning.
good morning.
Thank you very much. It's really alarming because I saw many articles published by medical doctors saying that prescription drugs are the third killer in Europe and America and Canada. Prescription drugs, not over-the-counter drugs. So this is really a big problem because when you are sick, you go, they prescribe anything you take, and if it is a problem, that's really alarming. And I saw even one article published by the American Medical Association, and another one published by the British Medical Association. So it's something they themselves know it's there, and I don't know how to fix that problem really. So medicine is the problem rather than solution always, and I don't see how to solve that problem. So what you are discussing is very serious. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, for those who are fairly new and you're not aware, on the Korean website that's attached to our US website, and the way you get there is, let's go back here. You would go here where the drop down is and you click on ATG, or you can also go over here and you click there, and you can also get to it as well right here. So let's go back. So we do have a solution. We have this set here that's for babies, if you're not aware. It's specially formulated for their perfectly healthy skin that has the perfect pH at that time. You ever wonder why their skin feels so soft and smells so nice? Perfect until they start eating the food, and then that smell is no longer there. They stay on that breast milk, and if the mom is healthy and is putting in healthy food, because if the mom is putting in acidic, toxic food, that's what that baby's getting. So sometimes you'll see babies and their skin is dry and ashy and they have eczema all over. That came from the mom. And people are wondering, why is my baby's skin looking like that? However that child comes out is based on what you, the mom, was putting in at that time, because that's where that baby's living for 9 months. So anyway, so we have these perfect products here for your child. So it has the shampoo, the lotion, the cream. So let's take a look at it. Rich active ingredients, as they say with a mother's heart, skin barrier, moisture, smooth, healthy skin. So as it says, natural HG. Guys, we have for every situation here. So if you were not aware that we have for babies, there you go. And then as the kids get older, have them use our body lotion and our body wash because it's perfect for them. Instead of buying, you know, so many people are proud to say they use Vaseline. But guess what? If you were not aware, it used to be called Vaseline petroleum jelly. They actually tell you in the name that it was a derivative of petroleum, and no one paid attention to that. They put it right there. Now it no longer says that, it just says Vaseline. But you put that thing on your skin, you are clogging up your pores. Your body cannot breathe anymore because it's clogged up from that Vaseline. And I meet so many Black women, they're proud to tell me, I've been using Vaseline. That stuff is going into your body, into the bloodstream. And yes, you might not see anything, but you don't know what's going on with your organs. And we're getting sick and dying, and we're not thinking it could be from what I've been using all these years. But they're, oh, I've been using Vaseline and I have no issues with it, but you can't see what's going on the inside because that thing is petroleum based. So if you come across someone that tells you they're using that, please educate them. They can go do the research for themselves. And that's what was called Vaseline petroleum jelly before. So anyway, so back to this here is Skin Energy. So this is a naturally great product for your kids. And I'm sure a lot of us are very familiar with this plant. I know I am. Fresh lotus also. This also smells great. Great addition to have in your home as a plant. So it's excellent, hyperallergenic, all the tests that's been done. So share it. And if you have a baby shower to go to, buy the set, give it out. And let the mother experience something else than most mom go and they go buy Johnson & Johnson because it's the #1 product sold to babies. That's always, I see that every baby shower. So go ahead. Did someone have something to say? Go ahead. You have your hands raised.
Just a quick question, Novelet. Oh my gosh. Atomy just never ceased to amaze me. I did not know that we had baby products on in Atomy. Is there a baby oil by any chance?
Let's see. I don't recall seeing the oil. But guys, you really don't need the oil. You know, we've been programmed to use the oil, but the products work because this is a complete set here. It has, remember, it has a lotion in it, so you don't need the oil.
I hear you. I hear you. And this is in the Global Mall?
Yes, it is.
Wow, how come I've never seen it? Shame on me.
Scroll all the way down. So it's $28 US. So
yeah, I'm just going to say this quickly. You know, what I know about mothers, and I'm one, is that we will take care of our babies before we even take care of ourselves. So thank you for showing this because I'm ordering it like ASAP to talk to these young mothers about this. Yes, thank you.
So let's see what this one is. Gentle on the skin. I think this might be new. I don't recall seeing this. So let's see what this is. Atomy mild cleansing water. Let's see what this is for.
One step
multi face wash. Okay.
for cleansing.
Okay, so it's just for us adults. Completely remove heavy
Ah,
and highlight makeups. Okay, so this is great to remove makeup. This is new. I don't recall seeing this before. So this is $9. So,
wow.
and there was something else I wanted to. This is a lip and eye lip. Okay, what is this here? Let's explore this area together, because I believe I gently remove point makeup around the delicate lips and eyes without irritation.
Wow.
So they're giving us everything. So this removes all makeup cleansing. Okay, so I guess you shake it well when you get it. So
It is oil.
oil makeup cleanser at the top, and then water, fresh and moist. So I would assume you would have to shake it. Okay. Before, after. So here we go. So there are some great products over here, guys. Take a look at it. Explore the other side of your website. And as you can see, they split the set up. So this is $10. This is $9. And how much is the cream? But yeah, we do have the baby product here. So when you go off to the shower, near baby shower, you have, and then we have the toothpaste for another set of toothpaste over here.
Yeah, I like those toothpaste because they don't have anything. They don't have the fluoride in them.
So if you have someone that's not wanting to purchase from the regular side because of the fluoride, you have options. And as it says here, it's going to help with sensitivity, just the same, stinging pain and more, periodontal disease, plaque. See, all this here. Just the same as our propolis. Because we do know I've had individuals, we didn't have this toothpaste at the time, that love everything about the toothpaste. They just wouldn't buy it because of the fluoride in it. So now I can share this product with them. You're going to get the same results. So we just have to play around with our website and see what's there. See, gum disease agent. So we want to keep that mouth healthy. So we're not supposed to die or get old and we're wearing dentures. That's not normal. In the Bible, they died with all their faculties. So why is it in this day and age, I see so many young people and what's in their mouth is not theirs? The fluoride helps all the sugar that we're putting in, and a lot of people only brush once a day. Really, if you're eating a lot of sugary products, you really should go rinse your mouth out or take a quick brush after, because that sugar is destroying the enamel in your mouth and causing cavity. So there's a lot of wonderful products over here that we can share. And this one is mom and baby oil. So look at that. There goes an answer to your question. So let's explore this one. Are you still there? There's an oil. So
Yes, I see it. Thank you.
Anti-stretch mark cream. So this is good for the baby shower for the mom. And this one says mom and, oh, body oil. So this is for the mom. So you're doing the baby shower. You have what I just showed you for the baby, and you have this for the mom. Because a lot of times we're so caught up in buying everything for the baby, we don't think about mom. So mom would appreciate having this. Oh, by the way, the body lotion with the pump on the top also helps to get rid of stretch marks. And I'm saying that's from a testimony from someone that I know personally that's been using that body lotion for quite a while. So imagine mom using this and along with the body lotion. Stretch mark relief effect confirmed at 8 weeks of using this. So another arsenal to add to your kit, guys. Keratin produce dry skin. So go ahead and go over to your site and read up about it, because this is great. So something else to add to your arsenal, and a lot of us have families where there are baby showers going on at all times. Shop from your own website. Order the product, use it, and guess what? You share it with the mom, they're gonna love it, and you have a customer. They're coming back, because let me tell you, when a woman gets pregnant, they're always looking for something for stretch marks, to prevent stretch marks. None of us want stretch mark. I used cocoa butter. I'll lather up from head to toe with cocoa butter. I don't have stretch marks, but guess what? I don't want to walk around smelling like cocoa butter. I'm sure this product, as with all Atomy products, have that nice mild smell to it, which every mom will appreciate. So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say too, even as we are speaking to our young mothers regarding using healthier products on their babies' bodies, another thing we really need to stress is to try to get mothers who are not nursing. First of all, we really do have to look at educating too. As mothers, as grandparents, as great-grandparents, we really need to, and just as people who are part of everyone's village, that we really need to also stress the importance of shopping healthy, like in the grocery store. I was at the grocery store the other day, and I saw this young mother with 2 or 3 children, but her cart was full of prepackaged foods and no fruits and no vegetables. And then, not only that, a lot of that, we have to understand that there is like a genocidal move that has been in place ever since, essentially Planned Parenthood, when it was started back in the 20s or 30s, that even the soy milk products that they gave children, this is why we have so many young people who are in an identity crisis. They don't know if they're male or female, if they're transgender or whatever, but that postnatal diet after they come out, after they're born, if they're given that soy milk, the studies have shown how, as in certain communities, mind you, where we have more young people, young boys and young girls who have gender identity issues, and they go on to live a different lifestyle. And so a lot of that is associated with what they were giving, the formula they were given as infants, especially the boys and the girls too, because the studies have shown that it affects the girls' estrogen levels and the boys' testosterone levels. And so this is why we may all of a sudden, why are there so many children who don't really know who they are? But it is associated with their exposure to what they received after they were born. And also we have to be mindful that we have to educate our people that there is a movement to shut the people down, basically. So I just wanted to add that we're talking about what we give our children, what we put on their bodies, and you know, speaking to our young mothers, but we just need to just make sure we educate them, educate ourselves, and then educate them that this is what we do and this is what we don't do. Another thing we don't do anymore, we used to, but we do not become organ donors. Don't have that on your driver's license.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Thanks for
so I
telling us
just wanted
that.
to say that because there is a genocide. There's a genocide against certain people, quote unquote, to shut the numbers of those certain people down. Because remember Tuskegee, we remember the LSD, all of these different studies, Henrietta Lackey, we remember these things. So we have to be mindful and educate our young people so that they can make wise and informed decisions, what they're going to feed their children and how they're going to socialize their children when it comes to what they use on their bodies.
Thank you for that, Maria. Yes. And thank you for bringing up the organ donor on your driver's license. I would recommend you remove it. Go research what happens to certain people. We're not going to say, but I'm sure you guys are getting it. It's an epidemic that's going on. Remove it, and don't just have it removed from your driver's license. If you choose to do it, you have to now go onto the website, because even if you remove it from your driver's license, it's not being removed from the website. So you have to literally go into the website and remove it, because there was a case that I watched and the young guy removed it from his driver's license, and the hospital still took his organs, even though the family was fighting to save his life. They said it's still on the website. And he did not want that done, and the family couldn't save him. So anyway, let's get back on track. So we have some teas here as well. For those of us who are looking for good, healthy tea, you don't have to worry about these teas having fillers. So we have the pumpkin here. Let's click on this one. I just wanted to highlight other things that we don't normally talk about. And if someone has something to say while I'm going here, you can chime in. It's 10:59. We're going to end soon. But I just wanted to show you guys what's on this side here, because a lot of us tend to not come this way. These are healthy, as it says, relaxing tea. That's also great for the body. Look at what's included in this tea. And it says it's recommended hot. Of course, it's a tea. So instead of buying those tea bags at the store, guys, I would hope you're going to change the way you shop and purchase your teas from your website, knowing what's in these products. Because a lot of the teas you're buying at the store, they are loaded with fillers and toxicity. But here, let's go back again. This is what you're getting. And I'm a tea person. I absolutely love my tea. I just got this teapot. I love it. We make a lot more tea now. With the center, you can just put everything in there. And when you're ready, you pull it out. It has a strainer in the center. So it's just great. Instead of just constantly boiling. And we have the certification here. It's vegan. "32 cities to provide." So guys, I mean, come on. We have the best here. I'm going to be trying some of these teas because I absolutely love tea. But I always do natural. I have like the merengue itself, the mint, the lemongrass. I have the plant. I have the old-fashioned Jamaica peppermint, you name it. And then I go to the little Chinatown that's not too far from me here, and we go there and we get our tea. The real deal, the leaves itself. But I never buy those tea bags because I don't know what's in them. So, and we have more here. This is an organic green tea. Then we used to have these grillers on the website. Remember, Maria? but we lost them. Guys, these are healthy. If you have never tried any of these, it's something to try. And we're gonna end here once it opens up.
Now,
And yes,
I'm driving. Can you pull up the slim body shape? I think that's what it looks like. That's
yeah,
like
I was just about to touch on it. You see the mouse is right
that.
here?
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. Because I was about to touch on it next. So yes.
People be asking me about the weight loss, you know?
Okay. So we also have these here. We had these back on the website years back, but they weren't being sold much, so we lost it. But these are healthy snacks too.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, they were good. And this is from the ocean. And I first experienced these when I lived in Georgia and we went to Super H Mart. That was a Korean store. And they had all these different, you know, healthy food there. Tastes great. So they're showing how it's grown here, which is what I also like, the disclosure of everything. So I'm not going to go through this entire thing. I just wanted to highlight this as well. It would be nice if we could get it back here, but on the US site, but that's okay. We still have option here. So let's go to the slim body. And this is a healthy protein. It's $28 USD right here. So let's open it up. So it says sweet pumpkin grain.
Has anybody tried that?
I know I have not. I've looked at it several times. It does tell you how to take it. So let's go down. So for weight control, so it's 40, 44 and 20% each of daily intake of protein and dietary fiber.
That's good for protein, especially for older
Yeah.
people. Because sometimes we don't get enough protein.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we start losing muscle mass.
Exactly. So that's why I was looking into taking it. And 33% of the daily intake of 18 vitamins and minerals, 10% of the daily intake of carbohydrate. So let's show the nutritional value here. We're seeing this here. 40%, 12, 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, 33. So that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what is actually in it? What is it comprised of?
So let's go down. So it was showing some there. We're seeing different grains, carrots, apples, and this looked like it could be. Let's go down because I looked at it a while back. Morning program. Oh. Uh-oh. So they didn't really break that. Let's go back up.
It's right in this picture now, but right here.
Yeah, that's it right there. 18 kinds of grain, fruits, and veggie powder, including non-rice, barley, Egyptian beans, lentil beans, carrots, spinach, and apple.
Okay. How many servings is it?
Let's go see. Oh, what does it say here? So 60 grams times 15 each. So I guess you get 15 package in there. Let's double check on that. Can't see that there. Did it say it was sold out? 15 each. 60 grams times 15. So I guess you get 15 packaging there.
And how much is it?
It is $28.
Okay. Because I've been looking for a good like protein
Mm-hmm.
drink because like I said, as we get older, it's really hard to get all that protein in, and you might not want to get it all from like chicken or beef or whatever,
Right.
you know, but it's really important if you're over 50,
We need it.
if you're in your 60s and 70s,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to look up and you're flab with no muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to look up and see that.
And you hear a lot of people as they get up in age say, no matter what I do, I keep losing weight. So, yeah.
Losing that muscle.
Mm-hmm. That's what's going away. So this is great to try. And I do need one, but I just refuse to buy what's being sold here over the counter.
Exactly. I bought a couple and I won't even take them. I was like, I can't take it. First of all, it doesn't taste good.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I did further research, no, this is not what I want. You know, it's not going to do what I'm thinking, what I thought it was going to do. So I'm going to have to give this one a try.
And a lot of the protein powder sold here also makes you constipated. So yeah, so this is a great one. So we'll end on this.
Is it
I
a
looked at the-
tablet? Is it a shake? Or is it a powder?
It's
I
a
couldn't-
powder.
Okay. Excellent.
So you mix it in.
Okay, it's in the US mall?
No, it's the Korea.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
It says 1 packet in 200 milliliters of water and shake to mix before ingestion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I looked at this last year and I thought about it, but didn't. So, yeah. So that's a great one for you guys to take a look at. Okay, there are 13 messages. Let's make sure I check everything out. Absolute quality. And they're much more expensive.
Navlet?
Mm-hmm.
There are.
Okay,
Lovely.
go ahead, Mr. CJ.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump off in a minute, but before I do, just want to remind us, the family, that Mother's Day just around the corner, and it's an opportunity for us to shine, shine, shine. And to the question about this morning's presentation, just want to remind everyone, it's on Telegram, Atomy Momentum Mornings. It's on YouTube, Atomy Momentum Mornings channel, and it's also on Facebook. We invite everyone to like, and subscribe as far as the YouTube channel goes, so we can build it, and to get involved in the Facebook group. That's all for me. Navlet, great show,
Okay,
and love it, love it, love it.
okay. Someone asked about the toothpaste, so you get 3. So it says 3 in there, and the package shows 3 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, $7. And let's see how much the size is in English. Let's see what that is. 3.5 ounces. 100 grams. Okay. So I think that was it for all the questions in the chat. Everything else was, yeah. Yep, so that's it. So thank you guys. So guess what? Go out there and market those baby products and the one from mom. Keep it where you will always remember. If you have to go screenshot it and keep it in your phone, so you will always remember when you meet someone that's expecting, so you can share. Because you know the saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. And go over to your Korean site a lot. Go over there and look around to see what's on the site, so that, you know, if you meet someone, you're like, oh yeah, we have this, and you share it. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 24 individuals still here. We do appreciate it. And hopefully you guys did click on the video that I played this morning. I posted. So to be continued tomorrow morning. Thank you all for participating. I am loving the participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, Miss Novlet.
Thank
And
you.
to the rest.
Thank
You're
you,
a
thank
Thank
you.
you, thank you, thank
Thank you,
you.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Merci, 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 merci.
Yes. So go on out and have a wonderful and blessed day.
Productive day.
Yes, there you go. Productive day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a blessed
Miss
day,
Novlet.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.